everyone. This is 3D6 Down the Line, the most criminally underwatched actual play series on the internet. Welcome to episode 15 of our Mothership Sci-Fi Horror RPG run-through of the Gradient Descent module. My name is John. I am your warden for the evening, and tonight we have...
Right, my name's Mike. I'm playing a Marine named Rick Sharp. My stress level is 7 out of 20. It's nothing, baby.
Right, my name's David, and I'm playing David the Android.
You
My
no
stress
personality
level
at all,
is 10
baby.
out of 20.
What's your stress? I'm sorry?
Sorry, my stress is 10 out of 20.
Got it.
Hi, everyone. I'm Ted, and I'm playing Hubble, the Marine, and my stress is 8 out of 20.
Very nice. Okay, we are, unfortunately... not with Matt tonight. He is dead to us, so we do not get the pleasure of Thulsa Do, the scientist.
Thulsa don't.
Presence, which actually is probably going to benefit Matt because Matt was bleeding, had a wound, was
true.
in all sorts of shit, and he's left his friends to pick up the slack, who are also still in the shit. So caller tonight is going to be the one and only Mike. Mike, make sure you keep these guys in line. Date and time is going to be the 12th of January, 2125. It is approximately 2:30 a.m. And I want to start us off tonight. Sharp and Hubble, who are actually technically aboard the Deep, are the only ones that have to make Ben's checks. David does not, because David is not aboard the Deep.
Score.
So tell us what you have and make those rolls.
Roll it, Tettles.
All right. Let's see. So a D20 roll, and I have to get my bends or higher. John,
D100 roll.
That's what you want.
D100.
Oh, sorry. You're right. D100 roll.
Yeah.
I have a bends of 1,
Oh, okay.
and I rolled a 70.
Okay, so that is a success. Excuse me, it's a success.
Yes. I'm feeling pretty good.
What a fucking tourist. I have a Benz of 23.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh,
And I rolled a 42.
all right.
So I'm
okay,
good.
You're good. And David doesn't have to roll, so that's okay. I should relate it to the Benz. Sharp. We didn't really bring it up because we were in so much action-packed last episode, but it goes without saying that you were psyched whenever you got back aboard. When you started to do the spacewalk towards the Ackler a couple sessions ago, that you were making your way back to the Deep, it all just seemed like natural and right, and like you were getting really antsy aboard the Bell during all that shore leave, so you're happy to do it. And then your heart sank when all this shit sort of happened outside in the void of space, and it feels really good, despite the amount of stress that's going on. The fact that you have your gun out and firing as we speak, to actually step into that broken airlock. As the warm embrace of the Deep encompasses you yet again.
Hell yes.
Okay, so situation as we have it right now. I already explained that Hubble and Sharp are inside the slightly damaged airlock. It's still functioning normally. It just kind of got a little bit ripped apart whenever Hubble's weld job caused the Steve to dislodge from it. But it is functioning, and you are, to be clear, not in the Ackler. You are in that small depressurization chamber that leads directly to the Ackler, and you have not activated it at this time. So right now it is open to the void of space, but you're in the Deep. Okay. David, however, is in a much more precarious position. He is in the Steve, which is a Joko class boarding skiff, and he has somehow, through just punching buttons, managed to get to avoid certain death from the Zhuangzi, which was the Steve's mothership, and at this point has basically is at this stage right now has the nose pointed upwards after having just whipped it upwards in order to fling off a couple of security androids that were attempting to crawl into the hole and do away with David. Larger consequences are massive. Just a few seconds ago, David managed to outrun a couple of heat-seeking missiles deployed by the Zhuangzi to end the Steve, and managed to dip below the Deep, which broke target lock and caused those missiles to detonate on the very bottom of the Deep. The Deep somehow it messed up its gyroscopics, and it's tilted slightly, it canted slightly towards it. Immediately, almost afterwards, a cloud of security androids was deployed from some unknown exit They basically swarmed another boarding skiff that was deployed by the Zhuangzi and blew it up after firing rapidly into it with their submachine guns. And then a bunch more were deployed onto the Steve, which David just took care of. And then a bunch more were actually crawling on the hull of the Deep to try to get to Sharp, Hubble, and Thulsa. That is where we left it. So Hubble and Sharp had actually blown off, I believe. I know they had blown off 2 of them. There were 5 total that were immediate problem for you guys. 1 has been hit. I have their health points recorded, but is still crawling towards you. And then there are 2 more that are full, right? That are kind of coming towards you as well. So they are crawling. You can tell that they are very skilled in 0G, right? These are the kind of guys that you can't really talk to. They don't talk. They have no mouths. They just are all business, but highly skilled and highly coordinated. So that's where we are right now. So they are. So if you guys you're wearing your mag boots, you are standing on the airlock pressurization chamber. Okay, there is no gravity there, but you have your mag boots. And then if you basically peer over into space, you can see that the security androids are expertly sort of climbing their way handhold to handhold up from beneath, and will basically crawl over the lip of the pressurization chamber to attack you. They can target you with submachine guns though, if you don't pull yourself all the way back in the pressurization chamber. What do you guys do?
Would the airlock door and opening count as heavy cover? Now that we're in it.
Yeah, I would say if you step back and just out of sight, you cannot be targeted.
Sure. I'm just, I'm kind of thinking, I don't know how long it would take to cycle the airlock, et cetera, but what I was going to propose is, Mike, I will, using the airlock as heavy cover, take another shot while you either patch yourself up. I don't know what your because I think your vac suit might be punctured.
Exactly.
And I don't know how long it'll take to cycle the airlock, but it's damaged, et cetera. So you've got some either first aid or assessment you've got to do. I don't know, but I can keep shooting and hopefully keep them from getting too close.
Yeah, no, I think that makes sense. So yeah, Ted will defend that area, just kind of sticking his gun up over the lip of the airlock, John, and I'll try and open the door and get us back in.
Okay, cool. I will call that as heavy cover, looking at the rules here for that.
Okay.
It calls out airlock doors as heavy cover, so there we go.
I thought so.
Which is a really good cover. They would have to roll amazing to get through it.
Yeah. DR5 AP20. So I feel pretty confident in taking some shots.
Okay.
The other thing I was wondering, John, there isn't a rule for it, and I don't know if it would be even worth it for these guys, and I'll get to that in a second, but if there were some sort of suppressing fire thing that I could do, right? Where I just spray bullets towards them. They see the muzzle flashes. They know bullets are coming. Maybe they stop moving. However, I've already fired at them a few times. Would I assess them militarily as someone even going to pay attention to suppressing fire, or are they just going to ignore that sort of thing?
That's a good question. They're not mindless. They do have an element of self-preservation. Right. But they're not going to freak out. That they're not going to retreat from it, but they will take. You have a feeling that they will take evasive action should suppressing fire be laid down. There's obviously no rules for that, but we could certainly make it work. With a combat roll. So what I'll say is, before we switch over to David and see what David's going to do, why don't you try to do whatever you want to do, Ted? You basically have one round to fire freely with whatever you want to do before Sharp is going to basically yell at you the door's about to close. I'm cycling it. You know what I mean? So
I do have one quick question, John. Are they at close range at this point?
Yes, not adjacent, close. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Then can I hand him my shotgun, which does 40-10 at close range, Ted?
I can't really do suppressing fire with a shotgun in the same way.
True.
It's up to you.
I like the idea of them not getting closer.
Okay. Then
I will try this suppressing fire thing and see if I can get them to stop advancing and to take cover.
I think that's totally legit because you're a Marine as well, so you would definitely know how to do this correctly. So I'm just gonna give you a straight up combat roll. Go for it.
All right. Do you want me to add firearms or military training to
that? Either one, whatever is better for you.
I'll add firearms. So that's 53 plus 15, so 68. and I rolled a 64.
Oh, okay.
Suppressing fire.
Okay. So yeah, what are you using again?
Submachine gun.
Submachine gun. Okay, so same gun that they have. So
Yeah.
doesn't sound at all, of course, but the bullets spray down below you. They basically cling to the. You're not trying to hit them, right? You're basically just trying to make a storm of bullets, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. So they squash themselves flat against, go prone against the deep. A couple of them sort of scuttle to the side to like hide behind some strut cover. And so none of them are hit, but they all definitely buy you some time. Sharp, you are cycling, and you know that within seconds, the outer door will be closing. There's little else you can do.
I'm just going to grab him by his belt, and as soon as he's done shooting, just pull him to the airlock.
Okay, cool, David.
Awesome.
Before that door is closing, but you, David, you can probably
Bye, David.
your nose is pointed up, so you probably
I'm quite a distance away. Yeah.
no, you're not that far, actually. Remember, you sort of like you slid to a halt, like kind of just what do they say, like 100 feet away from the door.
Gotcha,
So
okay.
all things told, you're not like a jump. You can't jump from it to the other, but it is a very short spacewalk, but dangerous. Your nose is pointed up, so you can't visually see what's going on with your companions. However, we'll say that comms are open, so you're kind of getting an idea of what they're doing. Like you can clearly understand that like the door is about to shut. So what I'm going to say is, if you want to do anything prior to the door shutting, you have like a very quick action to do if you want to.
I'm not pursuing the door shutting. I don't think there's prudence in that. But what I will do is I have no visual of like any other aggressors after I went like vertical, right?
Yeah.
Do I have a sense that I'm safe-ish? I guess would be the question.
You feel you're confident that the bodies that were on the ship right now are all gone. However, the last thing you saw before you did your suicidal end run there was clouds of security androids everywhere. So to your mind, you're not out of danger.
Right. So what I'm going to do is, sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say the Zhuangzi is still there.
Yeah. But across, like not a vector on me. It's
correct.
Across, sort of,
But it's still in your near space though.
So the ship is powered down in terms of like momentum, but I think what I'm going to do is take a peek, hit the cockpit door, go to the other side of it where I had tethered all of the weapons earlier, you'll recall, grab them, pull them into the cockpit with me. The question I have, John, is I know that all of the other bodies were dead in the exosuits. I know it's sort of a Fifth Element thing. They had like face shields, et cetera, et cetera. Did I get a sense that were I to, for instance, change into one of those suits, I would not have oxygen supply?
You would not have. Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, they're not back suits.
Okay. Right. All right. So I'm just going to grab the weapons then. I'm going to pull them into the cockpit. I'm going to close the cockpit door. That's it.
Cool. Speaking of that, so I know Sharp's vac suit is compromised. Can't be used anymore, right? David, did you get yours punctured? You did, right? No puncture on me. I punctured the other guy. You punctured the other guy.
Matt's.
That's right. Yeah.
Matt's is punctured though.
Matt's is punctured. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Okay. So you just hop out, grab the weapons, and hop back in and close the cockpit door behind you. That's
seal it up. Exactly. Yes.
Okay. All right. So okay. So the airlock door closes. Shink, and it's just quiet. You're in that. You're breathing heavily. Got your vac suits on. Mag boots activated.
Okay.
Sure.
We're in the airlock. Outer door's closed. Okay.
I would like to try and jury rig some way to secure the airlock so to keep it from opening.
Do you have jury rig?
I do.
Okay, cool.
Before you do that, Mike, I'm wondering, like, and I'm talking to him while I'm changing out my mag because I spent my last rounds out of that machine gun, so I've got a full clip in the machine gun now. If we lock it like this, we can't get out.
Yeah, I don't want to temporarily disable it. I mean, I just want to temporarily disable it so that no one out from the outside can open it until we. I'm talking about like an iron bar through like a wheel.
Right.
I'm not talking
So
about
what I'm worried about is they come through eventually in vast quantities.
Sure.
Right. Right now there's 3 guys, one of whom is wounded. And I'm wondering if like we only disable it for a couple of rounds just to give us time to get some cover and pick them off as they come through the door kind of thing.
No, that's fair. I mean, I don't think I could completely disable it. If I did, we would be screwed because we would just die in here eventually.
That's my point.
So we have to be able to get out again, but we need to keep them from getting in here. So, John, I want to try and basically rig a lock for the door, whether that's an iron bar through like the wheel so that they can't open it, or I don't know. That's what I'm attempting to do with my jury rig.
I understand. You understand that also is going to prevent David from getting in if he makes an attempt.
Well, I'm trying to make it so that we can release it from this side.
Oh yeah, sure.
It's not damaged. It's just takes longer to get through.
Okay, sure.
Like the equivalent of putting a door underneath a chair underneath the door handle kind of thing.
I got it. Yep. So I do think we do need to make a roll just to kind of determine like how well it's done.
Okay.
So like if you critically fail, he breaks the door kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
So intellect maybe.
Yeah, I could go. Well, depending on what you want to do, I could buy strength as well if you want.
Intellect is my strong suit, to be honest with you.
Jury rig can obviously be applied.
Okay. So that gives me a straight up 50-50 shot.
Oh, okay.
I rolled a 17.
Oh, nice. Okay.
All right, cool.
Yeah, so you wedge like a big piece of metal in there, just and it's pretty well sealed. You can pretty much tell. So yeah, so everything repressurizes. We'll call it a turn after that. And we'll say that's the same turn that David is actually busily getting all the weapons back into the cockpit again. And you feel pretty secure in there. So let's see. One thing that I think it would only be Hubble and Sharp would notice in the course of doing this is as you were busy closing the door, firing off your shots and all that kind of stuff, you had forgotten, or because in the haze of battle, basically, that the deep rotates. It rotates slowly, right?
Yeah.
It was damaged a little bit, so it's continuing to rotate. It's off axis a little bit, and it's rotating just slightly faster than it was before. You can just kind of sense. So the issue that that you guys all need to think about, including David, is the deep is slowly rotating, but the Steve is not. Right, so the Steve is powered down, and so you're slow. That door is slowly gaining distance away from the Steve, even though the Steve is still the same distance away from the hull of the deep. The door is slipping by, right? Yeah, that's all I'm going to say for now. Yeah. So
that makes sense. That makes sense.
What would you like to
do? I'll be frank with you guys. I don't have the skills or the mandate, we might say, to really reach you. I don't want to split the party, but I don't think I'm going to make any attempt to come to that door.
Yeah,
so
frankly,
whatever you need to do to secure it, you should.
All right, frankly, David, we're like badgers in a hole. Like if they decide to come and get us, we're fucked. So I don't think there's really any utility in coming to us anyway. You should be trying to get away from everybody.
Which is what I'm going to try to do. I just don't want to make you feel abandoned.
I don't feel abandoned.
Dude. This whole shit show it's a shit show. And there's I certainly, when I welded that ship onto the side of the deep, did not expect to be in this particular situation right now. Such is life.
Look, you and me both, brother. I thought, hey, we'll take an easy taxi ride. They'll never know us. You know.
Oh well.
No, it was incredible. I loved it.
I think you are, narratively, you're basically on your own, and you need to do what you got to do, and we're going to do what we got to do, and hopefully we'll meet up again in this life or the next, brother.
So, David, what do you do?
Okay. I am oriented vertically. I'm cognizant that the deep is rotating. I'm also very cognizant that I have very few seconds to minutes before the Zhuangzi has targeted me.
It's likely that that's probably still the case.
Yeah. So I think that. Fuck, this is rough. I think the most plausible thing that I would do, I am not really certain how I'll do it other than, again, kind of re-engaging the ship, is to make an attempt to reception and habitation. So,
okay. Makes sense.
I'm powered down. I know how to turn on. I know how to turn off. I don't want to do too much of the on. So I think, frankly. So I think what I'm going to try to do, weapons in the cockpit and sort of anticipating as such, I'm going to hit some juice just a bit. If I can, I don't know that I'm capable of monitoring that, but I just want to hit it, just get a little momentum, and then cut power so that I have sort of some forward drift up towards reception.
Okay, you're trying to get to reception. I see.
Yeah, I'm just going straight up. I'm trying to. Yeah, precisely.
Okay. Right. Okay. So you're just going to try to pitch down a little bit so that you can see, and then fire thrusters towards the top. Right.
Well, I'm pitched up right now, right?
Well, you're pitched like straight up. You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
And is a reception not straight up, or am I misunderstanding?
It is, but like you got to picture like if you're in the cockpit seat and you're facing straight upwards, right? Your view out of the cockpit is empty space.
Like David, if this is the hull, the shuttle is here.
Yeah.
And you need to do this to get to reception.
Right. Or that'd be one way to do it. Yeah, for sure.
That way.
Yeah.
I comprehend that. Well,
I'm just saying like you would have an easier time if you could get your bearings as to like where, you know what I mean? Like where if you can see the deep, you know what I mean? Because relative space.
I mean,
all right. Well, how about this?
Where it comes down to what are you trying to do, right? So like you're trying.
What I'm trying to do is go to reception.
Yeah.
If that trajectory is not clear to me, I don't have a good view. Does it make sense for me to again open the cockpit door and go to the blasted open side of the ship and just take a gander and try to like appraise?
You could do that. Yeah. I'm not trying to say you can't. I'm just trying to think.
Of course.
Do you have the skill to do any of this is what I'm kind of contemplating.
That makes perfect sense. So prior to doing a impulsive sort of move, why don't I do exactly what I just said? Yeah. Why don't I open the door again, guns at the ready, go over to this sort of blasted out hull of the ship, and just try to appraise as best as I can the
Okay.
Go ahead, Ted.
I have an idea. And you don't have to do it. I just want to suggest it.
Sure.
We're still on comms. I don't know if we can communicate with David.
We're talking this whole time. Yeah.
Yeah, guys, I'm stuck. I don't know what to do. So here's what I'm going to suggest. You have projectile weapons. Mm-hmm. A projectile weapon is essentially a thruster.
Yes.
You jump towards the deep and you use the gun to fire bullets to steer, essentially, until you land back on the deep. You can ditch the ship altogether and jump for the deep.
I'm not going to do that.
Okay. That's cool.
It is what it is. So I'm going to take a gander, John.
Yeah. So when you take a gander,
any sort of appraisal.
Yeah. Sorry, so when you step back out into the empty hole and then you peer out, you see a couple of things that are sort of interesting to say the least. The first thing is that you pick up on the rotation as well, and you see the airlock door slowly slipping out of view. Slowly. But what you do notice is a couple of is an interesting thing on the hull of the deep. Is that there is a very large section of it that's got lights and all that kind of stuff, but it's relatively smooth compared to the other parts of the deep. All right. It's a part of the deep and all that kind of good stuff, but it is relatively freestanding, and then it's connected by, a large structure and all that kind of stuff, but it is not moving. All right. At the point, which is, so remember how I told you, actually, let me switch over to Miro so some people at home can actually see that too. Let's move over to the picture of the deep on the upper left.
I should look at that as well.
The round, the bulky middle section is the factory, right? Floor 3. Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. So, do you see, let's see, remember, this is not like a perfectly accurate picture,
of course.
But generally this structure right here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. that is, as you can see, is a little bit more smooth than the other ones, right? It's blinking with lights and all that kind of stuff. It's got antennas and sensors and everything, but so that is not moving. And at the point where it seems to have a major connection on the level 3 on the factory, is where it sort of has its major superstructure that kind of connects it to the rest of the deep. You can actually see, David, that there is sparking emitting into space at that point. Okay, while the rest of the deep is
sparking, or like two
electrical
pieces
sparking.
of metal rubbing against each other sparking.
You can't tell the difference. Sure. It could be either. But that part is basically remaining steady while the rest of the deep is slowly rotating around its axis. Okay, and remember the whole thing is sort of canted to one side. Now I'm just pointing that out, and then the other thing you notice is, you remember when you did your spacewalk and we pointed out that there was actually like a laser cannon against the side of the deep?
Yes.
When you stick your head out there, David, you actually see very slowly that laser cannon rotate out.
Okay.
So it's actually being deployed.
That's changed a lot.
And out. Okay. And it slowly moves its way until it ratchets into position, and you follow the vector line of where it's aiming at, and you can see that it is pointed directly at the Zhuangzi.
Okay. I have another question, which is a bit orthogonal to this. The loading bay.
I don't know what that means.
It doesn't matter. I'm still a little confused about my orientation, John, but suffice to say, the loading bay of engineering and support, right? Is that lit, and is it visible to me?
Okay,
at the destination?
So that means you have to look down. Okay, so you look down, because remember that's at the very bottom of the part. That is a shit show down there. It's an absolute shit show. So when you look down there, it is just wreckage. It's a cloud of metal and junk are basically drifting slowly away from the deep, right? The loading bay, you can see, is still intact, but it is just above the section of the deep at the very bottom of the deep that is complete wreckage. All right. There's bodies and pieces flying all around, and you also see when you're looking for the loading bay, because you know where it is, you see literally at that moment you see deployment of, I think I actually have the number here, a whole bunch, we'll just say for now, of security androids deploy from that loading bay. Remember, these are not the same androids that you let loose from one of the containers in the loading bay. Security androids, armed, are deployed from that loading bay, and they go with expert precision. They basically fly towards the damaged areas, and they start to basically swarm over it as if they're a bunch of like drone bees trying to rebuild their hive. As they commence attempting to repair, probably do damage assessments, the whole 9 yards.
All right.
So any approach, so it looks like the loading bay is open, accessible, but you would have to get dangerously close to a bunch of security androids.
I hear that, and it is profoundly foolish, but that's exactly what I'm going to do. So, I know, Ted. I know. I'm going to praise as much as I can. I'm going to... I understand it's chaotic, but I'm going to try to sort of like observe for a moment, see the momentum of these androids, see their sort of like process, their flow, et cetera, et cetera. And if I can perceive some level of dampening at the actual entrance of the loading bay, aka they've already sort of taken flight and they're doing repair and they're doing their own things. Mm-hmm. When and if I see that, I'm going to go to the cockpit. I'm going to hit, I kept calling it an aileron, not correct, but right. Vertical. I'm going to try to pivot to face downward in that direction. And once I do that, I'm going to wait another second and look through the cockpit window and see what I see. Does that make sense?
Okay. So you've figured out the button for just turning, turning
Yeah.
the nose around.
Yeah.
You push that button, and you manage to do it. So that's fine. So you do it. Okay. And the nose is pointed down. You observe, basically looking upwards because you're looking out the cockpit from,
Of course.
because now you're pointed the exact opposite. Now you're down like
Yeah.
this, right? So you're looking like out here. So
I see. Okay.
yeah. I mean, it's a big cockpit, like a big view shield, so you can see like probably like 270 degrees. You get a wide field of vision. You have that moment where you're like, you can basically assess that it looks like any security androids that are going to be deployed out of there have been deployed. But as I said, very close to the loading bay, below them, they are swarming all over the wreckage right now. Okay.
Yes.
The other thing you see is the cannon, which is a little bit closer to you. It fires. So it does like a big and again, no sound, Mom. but you see like the barrel like ratchet back, right? And a big plasma ball basically just goes and it shoots out into space, hits the Zhuangzi, and there is a massive explosion. And as it dissipates, you can see that the Zhuangzi is still whole, but it looks for sure like all of its shields are gone.
Okay.
All right.
Question in that regard: are we dealing Star Trek shields, like their energy force fields, sort of thing?
It's more like the way I'm kind of picturing it is more in mechanical terms, they're like hull points. So I guess you can interpret those, and they basically act as like armor for PCs. Mm-hmm. So I think they could be interpreted in a bunch of different ways. So we can go with the Star Trek thing. It's like an energy thing.
Sure. All right. Sure. Keep it easy. Well, one, I get on the radio and go, thanks, Mom. Two, I'm playing into the meme.
Can I actually just I have a question about the Zhuangzi? Are we talking like Sulaco sized or
It's the largest size. It's a Class 5 troop ship, so it's the biggest ship around. I don't know the exact amount.
Big.
Yeah, big.
Right, but not as big as the Nostromo, which was like
it's really fucking big. Really
okay,
huge.
Fine.
Yeah.
You don't think about spaceships all day, do you, John?
I do not. I do.
Do you think
they very rarely enter into my mind.
And that's how I know he has a happy life.
Oh,
sorry, Ted.
What's going on with us, man? Are we like?
Yeah,
are we
pivot to Mike and Ted real quick?
I'm going to flip it. I'm going to flip it back over. So, what do you guys do?
Well, while Ted's covering the door, I'm going to try and find a repair kit in that locker room for my vac suit or a different.
I have an idea about that. I've got Fundo snacks, and they come in those metallized foil packages, and we could use the first aid kit that you're carrying and all the medical tape and emergency adhesive. We could patch that hole and then wrap it with paracord.
Nice.
What do you think?
Well, let's see if there's a repair kit first.
Sure.
There isn't. there is not. If you want to try that, it would definitely be a roll at disadvantage because.
What Fundo snacks, man? That stuff's airtight. That'll keep for months in those packages.
Yeah, I know, but
wasn't there a locker room in here with other vac suits, or was I hallucinating that?
There's vac suits. Yeah.
I'm just gonna go get a new vac suit.
Oh, okay. Get a new vac suit. Then I get to eat my Fundo snacks, John.
Okay.
He's covering the door. I make my way to the locker room to find another vac suit or to replace the one that the part that got vacuumed.
There's no part. You'd have to basically. I mean, you could do it, but it's a major issue, and you're not skilled in that manner.
No,
you wanted to switch it out.
I'm not trying to make it more complicated, John. I'm just trying to say whatever needs to happen, I go do that.
Okay, you switch out your vac suit. That takes a turn. Don't forget what we talked about last time, in that your vac suit supersedes your standard battle dress. Right. Yeah.
Right.
So while I can't actually wear my battle dress underneath it.
I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think you can, man, because it's a little bit too bulky. You know what I mean? Like you're supposed to be like basically wearing like a bodysuit underneath vac suits, right? It's very skin tight.
I don't know. I don't wear them.
Yeah. So it has to be one or the other, Mike. So if you're going to wear a vac suit, what do you want to do with your standard battle dress?
Well, I have a rucksack, and I will empty out as much as I need in order to put my armor back in there.
Okay. I'll go with it.
I guess my armor is back wherever we put on our vac suits then.
It would have to be, yeah, if you had armor, yeah.
Yeah, I had a standard battle dress.
Yeah,
okay, well, that's disappointing.
Yeah.
Don't get shot. Sucks.
Yeah.
And John, is there any first aid I can do for myself? I did take like 9 points of wounds last time.
Wounds or health?
Sorry, health.
I think with health, if I'm not incorrect, you just where is it here?
I think you just you need to rest to get rid of that.
Okay. Well, I'll take a rest while Ted's guarding. Maybe these guys will just leave us alone, Ted.
Ha. Monarch is pissed. While he's doing the vacuum suit swap, I'm going to find a really good spot of cover, set my weapon up, trained on the door, and be prepared to immediately waste the first android that walks in.
Okay,
if it's David, I will apologize.
Short-term recovery on page 34 says that it takes 6+ hours of rest to be able to make that body save to regain all your health.
Yeah.
Oh, well, we don't have that kind of time. All right, never mind. Then once I have the new vac suit and I'm ready to go, we'll kind of look through the window of that airlock to see what's going on.
Okay. So I'd say that you guys would probably, again, it's slowly rotating, so it won't last forever, but you probably have a bead on the Zhuangzi whenever it gets hit. You cannot see the Steve. Okay. So, but you are aware of what just happened to the Zhuangzi. So this should tell you, everybody, a couple things here, right?
Tells me a lot.
I mean, it seems like this is a battle between the Deep and the troubleshooters, right? And you guys just have to be caught in the crossfire of the whole thing, right? So, I
sort of felt like, the Monarch knows what's going on. I mean, if nothing else, they can hear our comms. So if they're aware that this is actually a 3-party engagement, and they're not going to take getting shot by the Zhuangzi, even though the Zhuangzi was trying to shoot us. Monarch's not going to heavily that.
I very heavily telegraphed, aka like begging Monarch to help when all this happened.
Well, to be clear, I'm not going to try to sway you one way or the other, but you have no evidence that confirms for you that Monarch can monitor your comms when you are not on the Deep. You don't know that.
Right.
Second of all, it was nominally, if you're trying to look at it from Monarch's point of view, it was the Zhuangzi that hurt the Deep a lot.
Oh, yeah.
With its missiles. And that's why it seems to be why the security androids were deployed almost as white blood cells.
Right.
And they didn't go... remember, it was the Zhuangzi that targeted the Steve, right? But the security androids basically were doing mop up, and they basically saw like two troubleshooter boarding skiffs out in space, and seemingly both at the same time. They basically swarmed over both of them, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So just
they came after us as well, and I have no reason to assume Monarch doesn't want to get rid of us, whether he thinks we're troubleshooters or not.
Mm-hmm.
So
I mean, we started it, but the troubleshooters, I think, are the ones that
the heavy artillery is not yet pointed at us, though the androids are.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So do you wait for both separate sides of the party? Do you both wait a little bit longer to see kind of what goes down, or no?
Well, what's going on outside our airlock? Are there just 5 dudes standing there waiting to come in?
Right. Oh, right. So those guys, that's good. That's a good point. That's the more immediate thing. Yeah. So those 3 guys, one of them has half of its face blown away from whoever managed to get a hit in last time. I think it was Sharp, actually, at the end of the last session. It like slams its face like all jump scare like right near the window, right? Like, and they. Yeah, I would think actually that they would probably attempt to fire upon the door. Again, you don't hear any sounds, but I think it would carry through into the pressurization chamber at the sound. Yeah, so you hear that like tink from outside as you see a couple of indentations appear in the door.
So they're in the decompression chamber?
No, they're outside in space, and I assume that you guys are still in the depressurization chamber. You haven't told me that you've gone.
No, we're in the Ackler because Sharp just fixed his suit.
So, Ted, what I had said to John is that we wanted to look out the window into space to see what those guys are doing now that I have my vac suit back on. So that's what I'm doing. If you're still in the Ackler, that's
either way, you're safe. They're not getting through. They're not getting through, so you can do whatever you want.
I assumed that because there's 2 doors in the chamber, both were closed. and you were looking through 2 doors, but I guess that doesn't have to be
It
true.
doesn't matter. It does. It's literally a step because there's no danger right now.
The main thing here is that we're still boxed in. I don't really like our chances of trying to fight like 3 or more dudes. So let's see if they get bored. So I guess we retreat into the Ackler, John. We set up like defensive areas. If they manage to make it in, then we'll worry about that next. And then have a ration and hang out. And then you can just go back to David, I guess.
So back in the Ackler, everything seems to be functioning normally, which is rather strange.
Didn't Tulsa disable everything?
Did she?
Yeah, she like snipped wires in her mania. She like fucked up a bunch of arms and things. And
oh, okay, I don't remember, but
I mean, it could have repaired itself by now. I don't know.
Okay, it's actually time for a break. So why don't we dip out, and we will be right back.
Okay.
All right, we are back. Bladders empty, beers full. Okay, so the Ackler. We're having a little tough time, I'm sure. Plenty of community members out there remember exactly to the detail what exactly the state of the Ackler is at, but we're going to call it that 99% of its functions as the Ackler and its ability to actually investigate artifacts is still totally possible, if that's what you like to do. There is certainly no more danger in the Ackler than there was previously. You still have the chance of getting winged by a machine, so you have to be very careful if you're going to be moving around. But you do have that gangway that leads you straight to the pods, which is without issue if you want to. The queue line, I should say. What do you two want to do in here, if anything? You just hanging out?
Mike, I have a proposal, which is I think we should either put the artifact that I'm carrying into the Ackler or put it in the queue here. In the event, and this is very meta, but in the event that we bite it, whoever survives can come back. Like Thulsa, for example, might survive. I don't know.
That's a great
come
idea.
back and be like, yeah, the artifact is here. I know where it is, kind of thing.
I love that. Let's do that. And John, what I would like to do is I'm going to take like a magazine of shotgun shells, and I'm going to rig some sort of explosive device to put between the 2 doors of the airlock, so that if they get in, like, I don't know, like shotgun shells and a fuse, whatever, so that if they are coming in, I can light the fuse and have like a big thing of like, ping pong balls flying around inside the airlock.
Okay, so you don't have explosives as a skill, right?
Nope, but I have jury rigging.
Okay.
And military training.
But that those 2 combined don't make explosives, right? So you are not good at that.
But he's a Marine, which,
seems rude.
Marines love to blow things up.
I'm sorry. Could Rambo do this? Yes, Rambo could do this.
Yeah, but you are not a demolitionist, right? Like you can do it, but I'm just saying it's going to be very difficult to do it well.
Well, never mind, because to be honest with you, those shotgun shells will be more useful in my rifle than floating around in a airlock. So what about doing something like electrifying the inner door so that should they like touch it? Huh?
That's what Tulsa did and fried those guys before. So that rig should still be there. We could just reset it.
Is that what you want to do?
Yeah, I'll try that.
Okay. Since I'll say that Thulsa's work was pretty well done, I'll give you advantage on that would be, I think, intellect. You could probably add jury rig to that too.
Nice.
I'll cover the door.
Sorry, did you say advantage or not advantage?
Advantage with advantage.
Oh, okay.
I'm covering the door while that's all going on.
Okay.
39 and 72. I'll take the 39, John.
Okay. And this is the door that leads into the Ackler, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So that's electrified and set. Okay, let's switch back over. And then Hubble, you're going to deposit the ball with the inputs and outputs, right? That's what you're.
Yeah, I was going to keep the door covered while he was working, and once he says it's set, then I'm going to walk down the gangway and put the ball into the system.
Okay, cool. So, and you both are just going to hang out near the pods, right? That's sort of be your hangout spot in general.
Yeah.
Okay.
Until we figure out what to do. Yeah.
Okay. So when you put the ball into the into pod 1, first in the queue, it because there was nothing else in the queue ready to go, the moment that it hits like that table, apparently it triggers a sensor of some sort, and arms and contraptions, stuff like that, immediately start to whir into motion. You actually sort of have to jump out of the way real quick because you weren't kind of expecting it. As everything sort of goes into motion, like the table kind of moves forward on the ground, and then like a door opens, and an arm comes whizzing by on a gantry and picks up the. Actually, I would say like a sensor sort of examines it, and there's like a. What do you call it? Like a barrage of red lasers, like sensing lasers that sort of like scans all dimensions of the artifact, right? And then the arm actually adjusts its form factor to compensate, so it can pick up the artifact perfectly, right? And it's like it seems very kind of hardcore, and then it like when it gets right to the artifact, it's like very gentle and like a little soft mother's hand like gently cups it, and then it like whizzes it out the door, and it's like woof, and it goes right up to where the ruined painting is, and with like a sweep of an arm, the painting gets like chucked into just falls away, and maybe probably caught by other hands or something like that, disposed of properly. But the ball takes its place. You're kind of wondering, watching all of this with wonder, as the whole room comes alive. Lights focus on the spotlight down on the artifact, putting other parts of the room in dimness, as like a whole bunch of different arms and tools all coalesce onto that area and start probing and prodding and lifting it up and weighing it and just assessing all sorts of different things, and it's turning around like a Rubik's cube sort of thing, and it's a pretty cool thing to watch, as this really highly advanced tech is just going to town on this thing. Now, anything that it's discovering, unfortunately, is being output in the ACK lore, where you're assuming which you're assuming is very blood spattered right now. The paradoxical situation that you're in, which you probably ought to realize, not paradoxical, ironic situation that you're in right now, is that you are not in danger of security androids infiltrating from any other egress point because of the nature of the Ackler. But it has also trapped you in here as well. But what you assume is a major anti-invasive countermeasure deployed by Monarch. You are probably in the safest spot for that. That is in the deep. So that's the deal. But going back to David, what do you do, David?
Okay, so my intention, to state it outright, is to do the most crude version of piloting I can. So, with that in mind, I vaguely know where the loading bay is. My goal is to launch myself towards it, kill my momentum, not try to steer or be like delicate about it. Just literally stop myself in its adjacency, and then again, very crudely, do my rotation game from there. So the idea is not to like fly swiftly, blah blah blah. I'm going to do that. I'm facing downward. I know where it is. I'm going to hit gas. Boom. I'm going to try to hit power off with some approximation of that sort of like location.
Okay. What did I make you roll last time? Do you remember?
Intelligence, I think.
Definitely intellect, yeah.
Yeah.
Was it just straight up?
Yeah.
Probably was.
I think it was just straight up because I have no skills. So
okay, straight up intellect.
All right, so my intellect is 58. I roll. Oh goodness. A 31.
Okay, cool. So you hit thrusters, and you shoot down gently, as gently as you can, downwards. Now you can, as the loading dock kind of comes level with the cockpit, you attempt to power off and all that kind of stuff, and you can immediately assess that there is no way that you have the skill to actually gently set this thing down in the loading dock. It's just not going to happen.
I expected that.
But I will give you, because you succeeded at the roll, I'm going to say that you are a very short spacewalk away. Like you don't even need like Ted's idea of like the propulsion of a gun being shot. you can just use your legs and propel yourself out from the side of the hole, and just shoot over in there. That there is going to be like a turn would pass to get into there, and there is a possibility of danger and threat within that turn.
Yes, I so appreciate that option, John, but I'm a selfish person and I want to crash land this thing. So I am going to do my best to, from whatever orientation I am, like rotate towards the loading dock, right? Once I've done that, I'm going to attempt to just very gently, and I know this is going to go terribly wrong, but I'm going to attempt to very gently hit just enough thrust to push me into it for a gentle crash.
Okay. You know that you're very close to a bunch of security androids that are working down below you, right?
I do, but I'm in the cockpit. I have the door sealed. My logic is that I'm frankly safer in this sort of space than I am out exposed.
Okay.
So,
intellect at disadvantage.
Sure. Actually, with that in mind, I have one stim pack. We haven't really figured out how stim packs work, which is to say that, like, if I have a vac suit and I'm stabbing a needle in me, wouldn't I depressurize my vac suit? I don't fucking know.
Choose to open it and stab yourself.
Well, I'm in the cockpit, so it's not a problem now, but I'm just sort of seeding that notion for the future. I don't know if we want to just hand wave it as a fantasy thing or not.
You could just hand wave it. If you want to do a stim pack, you could just do a stim pack.
I'm going to hit a stim pack, which gives me advantage, which would neutralize the disadvantage.
Are you down health?
I am at 9 of 12, and stim packs give, I think, 1d10 health.
Yeah, 1d10, so roll 1d10.
All right, 1 second.
I just say, David, if you went ahead and just spacewalked in, the droids might not notice you.
I know, Ted.
Okay.
But I'm selfish. I got 6, so I am at full health, John.
Okay, and your stress is going to go down by 1 as well, due to the.
So I'm not 9 stress.
9, still in the yellow, but barely. Okay, and then you're going to gain advantage, so that drops. It's going to give you normal. So go ahead.
Neutralizes, yeah. So I'm going to roll
you're all coked up.
Yeah, I am, baby. Intellect 58 yet again. Rolling. That is fuck me. That's an 84.
84.
That's brutal, bro.
Okay, your nerves are a little bit too twitchy from the stim pack.
Yeah.
So you're like, I got this, man. I got this. And you're like, this is the
ice, baby. I got this.
You like crack your knuckles and you grab the joystick and it's like you just wrench it to one side. You attempt to pilot this shit into the loading dock.
Yeah. Now I will say, John, not to mitigate the harm, because I will get harm, I'm sure, but I did say that I'm not trying to juice it 100%.
No, I know you're not juicing it. I know.
Yeah, jittery, man. You just went.
You're still handling a multi-100-ton vehicle.
Yeah. I know what the fuck I'm doing. I have no idea what I'm fucking doing.
To lightly crash it into a loading dock. So you manage to make it level with the dock, and you slowly try to push forward into the thing. Okay,
This is great.
Yeah, you're going to basically crash into. You attempt to make it through, but you're going to clip the top of the loading bay. It shears off some section of the ship. There's a horrible noise that kind of enters into the ship hole. And then the thing is basically going to nosedive a very short distance right into the loading dock. And you're going to crash.
I hope he pops open one of those loading containers full of androids and they spill out everywhere and make a mess.
I hope he scrapes all the androids right off of the hull as he goes.
So now, at the same time, the security androids that were working on repairs below you obviously noticed this happen. They start to abandon their repairs almost simultaneously and look upwards with their faceless eyes. with their eyeless faces and start to make their way up towards the loading dock. Now I need, let's see, anyone, probably David, I guess. I'm going to call it, let's call it 25. Roll 20, roll D percentile, and don't hit 25 or under.
Yeah, okay.
Or maybe you want it to.
With my luck, yeah. All right. D percentile, 25. That is a... It's a 24.
Okay, so when you clip the top of the loading dock, that which causes the ship to basically slam down, and when it does slam down, it does crash into one of the shipping containers. Shipping container basically explodes. Your cockpit is filled with a vision of tortured androids, basically like swarming all over, all these different varieties of tortured souls as they come scrabbling over us. Glass splinters all over the windshield. You immediately double, like your first reaction is to check the seal on your vac suit. And you can hear them as they kind of climb over the thing and then climb over the ship. And this is all in 0G, right?
Yep.
Right. You can, then everything gets quiet. The one thing that happens, and it's kind of disturbing, is you see a spray of blood go across the windshield from somewhere beyond your sight.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, man.
And
They're shooting.
And you're also, you actually may not witness any of that because you may actually go unconscious, based about how much damage you're about to take.
Well, I got mag boost, John. I'm so safe. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
They're the best.
Okay. 1 second. Not going to lie, David, this is going to hurt.
No, that's fine. It makes perfect sense. I did 2 terrible rolls.
11 plus 2 is 13. You're going to take 23 points of damage.
Jesus. Okay. Well, 12 is my max where I am, which brings me down, my God, math to...
Hold on.
I take a wound.
Hold on. You're at, what are you at right now? 12?
12.
Okay, your vac suit's going to take care of 3 of that, though. So what did I say, 23?
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to take 20. So you're going to go down for 12, and then you're going to take a wound, and you're going to take another 8. Okay?
Okay, so a wound and 8, so 8, yeah.
Okay, now roll me a D10.
Perfect. All right. That's a 6.
A 6. All right. You're going to take a major injury. Yeah, okay. So you crash in there. You're going to take the damage, take the wound, and you can feel it. You're an android, so you still have pain receptors, but maybe you take it a little bit.
Yeah.
Like maybe it doesn't show as much on your face, but you can feel your collarbone just snaps right in two. And you are at disadvantage on all strength checks until that is healed. All right.
Perfect.
And probably like a little bit of pseudo milk goes shooting out your nose. And you're definitely like dazed for a little bit. Why don't you make me a body save, please?
All right,
Normal.
one second. Just typing this. Okay, body save. Not my best. 21 is my body.
Okay.
Well, I do still have the stim pack, so I would have advantage. Shit, I didn't think about it on these other rolls, but it's fine. So I'll roll twice.
How long does that last?
Until the wound's healed.
No,
The stim pack.
Oh,
The
1d10.
stim pack. First roll was a 21 on the dot. Second roll is a 70. So 21 is my body. 21 was my lower roll with
So you
advantage. So I failed.
Okay. So your strength is going to go up by 1. and strength is what did I say? Strength. Strength is going to go up by 1.
Stress. Yeah,
And then I'm going to say because of the failed body save that you're just stunned from the pain and the just like the massive amounts of like trauma that you just sort of experienced.
Makes perfect sense.
You're not unconscious. You're just like you just can't act for like a second, which gives me the excuse to go back to the guys.
Yeah, makes perfect sense.
Yeah. Sharp and Hubble. Sharp and Hubble.
Okay.
Well, we're sitting in a cubicle or pod or whatever, having some peanut butter and crackers from an MRE.
So right now you're idle. What is your ultimate goal here?
Our ultimate goal is to hopefully these fuckers go away, John, and then we're going to spacewalk our way to a different part of the station.
Hell yes.
And what part of the station would that be?
Well,
I was going to say loading dock because it's closest, but maybe
a bad idea.
Now you can meta it. It's fine. I don't begrudge you that, but you don't have any idea. Well, no, because David's still on comms.
So we heard
I've been communicating this whole time.
Yeah, probably the communication is probably more like
loading dock, guys. Boom. It's like
yippee ki motherfucker kind of thing. Yeah,
probably more like oh shit.
I believe the loading dock is the closest known airlock into the rest of the deep, right?
And you have limited oxygen, so it may only be your only choice
that you know of.
Yeah,
that you know of. Yeah,
I would say that's what we're probably going to do. Is we'll wait for the androids to go away and head for the loading dock.
Sure. You hear me groan, just that's all the comms.
Mute.
Yeah, I'm muting that. I don't want to hear David do whatever he's doing.
I'm joking.
Every once in a while, we'll keep around the window and see if there's still dudes like trying to get in.
Yeah. Okay, so they're pretty, they're sort of under orders, right? They don't get frustrated and just give up. But it appears that perhaps orders are given after a certain amount of time. I'm going to call it a while, actually. But unfortunately not for you, Sharp. Not going to be 6 hours.
Right.
I am going to say that they probably try for another hour or so. So just to make it nice and neat, we'll say that we're sitting at 4 a.m. now. Okay.
I am actually, in that case, legit going to break out an MRE. And can we use this as like a try and de-stress, like to just relax and eat? Or is I
don't think there's a thing for that, right? You need the 6 hours, I think, right?
Is that the full 6 hours for de-stressing? Okay.
I think so. No, for de-stressing, it's like longer, right?
Okay, fine.
I might be wrong. Where is it?
I'll look it up.
Where's stress?
Reducing stress.
Oh yeah, that's page 20.
20. All right.
Oh yeah, you can do that here. Yep, totally. Right, I gotta remind myself. There's like stress is the easiest thing to relieve.
Yeah,
and like the quickest thing, and then it's health points, and then it's wounds. That's like the hardest. Yeah. So you guys can both do stress relief right now because you have like plenty of time to do that.
All right.
Might as well try it.
Yeah.
Does sitting in our cubicle and enjoying some peanut butter and crackers from my MRE count as advantage on a rest save or not?
Yeah.
Under the circumstances.
Sure, why not? Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, we could go get busy in the break room if you want.
Sparta.
Yeah.
Sharp, what do you do? Do you do anything other than what?
I'm going to hang out with him and swap war stories and talk about that time on Deneb 6 that we both were there, but in different units. And it was pretty hairy over there, man. But, this is way easier compared to that kind of thing.
It's Danebian women, right?
Ooh. Okay. Yeah. So both of you can roll with advantage, but you have to roll your worst save.
Right.
All right.
Go ahead, Ted. You go first.
Okay. My worst save is ironically sanity. I'm going to roll that. And I blew it. I rolled a 61 and a 52.
Okay, so you're going to gain 1 stress instead.
A gain of stress. Listening to Mike's stories did not calm me down at all.
Oh, you get to go into the yellow.
The Danebian face huggers, those aren't like relaxing for you?
No. I have some residual trauma there. Thanks, man.
And Sharp?
All right. Sanity is also my worst one. I have a 25.
Wow, I'm the sane one here.
Yeah. I rolled a 67. Second roll is a 66. I got
oh fuck.
I got a critical failure, John.
Oh no.
Well, you're rolling with advantage, so you would actually get the normal failure.
Oh yeah, you're good point. Good point. Thanks. Good on you, man. Good on you.
But your stress is gonna go up by 1, so you're not at an 8. You're at the very cusp of still staying green. And remember, you can do this as much as you like. You can just keep rolling with the threat of gaining stress. So if you want to try it again, let me know. Yes,
I'm all right. Let's just call it that it's the hour has passed and the androids go away.
So yes, after an hour, the androids do appear to go somewhere else. If you're going by the meta, you can probably determine where that likely is. But they don't appear to be in front of that little window in front of the airlock door anymore. But maybe they're right below it.
You're welcome.
What do you think, Mike? I think we should go for it.
I think we should too.
Okay. So, how do you want to do this? We'll deactivate the electrical thing.
Yep. Deactivate the electrical thing, and then we're gonna creep up to the other door, secure our vac suits, creep up to the other door, look out that window, which might have a bigger frame of like view, and see if anyone's waiting for us. And if not, then we're gonna open the door and make our way, prone, if we can, all the way to the loading dock.
Okay, so it does have a wider field of view, but again, you can't see like right below you or right above you. You know what I mean? That sort of thing. But it generally looks safe. One thing that you can see, the deep has been rotating this entire time, so the light has increased dramatically because now the deep is basically facing Baphomet 3. So the reflection of the sun off of that is coming through. So, and the whole field of view is now not space, but the surface of Baphomet 3. Quite beautiful, actually. And then what you do see that is in the medium distance between you and Baphomet 3 is the Zhuangzi, which is for a troop ship, beating a rapid retreat back to its original blockade position.
Okay.
Wow. Okay. So when we open that door up and like poke our head out and kind of look around before climbing out, do we see any droids waiting who shoot my head off?
Before opening the door, like I said, your field of vision is still really.
No, I'm sorry. If I said before, I meant after. We pop open the door before going out.
Like that.
Before going out. Yeah. So when you pop out, who's the person that opens the door? Hubble?
Yeah,
I'll do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hubble, when you open the door, you got your vac suit on and all that kind of stuff, and I know you have your weapon out.
Yep.
Make me a fear save real quick.
Fear save. Okay, that's my strong one. Anything to modify that?
Military. I'll give you military training on it.
Okay, so I have a 44 plus 10, so it's a 54, and I rolled a 60.
Okay, you're going to take a stress.
Okay.
As your heart leaps as a hand wraps around your ankle from below and attempts to basically yank you out into space.
I'm sorry. I was just poking my head out the door.
Yeah, the door's open.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So a hand reaches out from below on the hull of the ship and grabs your ankle.
It's fine, Ted. We're having a different understanding of like what's going on, but you get grabbed. So.
Yeah. We're in 0G, right?
Yes, you are in 0G. Yeah.
So if the hull is this way and the door opens like that, and I poke my head
out
the
door opens like this.
Oh, it's a slider.
Yeah.
Okay, it slides open.
Yeah.
And I poke my head up like this and look around. So I'm just like this.
No, it's just like it's like a door, and you just open the door.
Yeah, but spatially, there's no gravity, so I don't have to treat it like a door. I could treat it like a trap door.
Okay, sure.
But suffice to say, there's something there.
Yeah.
Waiting for me.
Yes.
Okay.
It's a security android.
I will kill it.
Okay. It's going to attempt to kill you.
Yeah. Are we in hand-to-hand, or can I shoot it? Well, I can actually use a submachine gun in close range, right?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah. I will attempt to kill it. How do we do this, John?
Roll.
Me first?
Yep, always you first.
Okay. Combat is 53 plus firearms. That's a 68. I am shooting an android at point blank range with an 18.
Okay, that's a hit.
And that is going to be a lousy 9 points of damage.
Okay. That does not wound it, but you definitely...
it doesn't wound it, but I take down some health.
Yeah, you take down some health, yeah.
And
Okay.
can I also attack it, John, or am I just not seeing it?
Yep.
All right. I'm gonna shotgun it.
Okay.
Okay. Combat plus my military training. I have a 61 and I got a 60.
Okay.
Oh,
And it is 40-10 or
yes.
40-10 damage. 10. Oh, shitty. 10, 14 points total.
14. Okay.
Out of 4 D10s?
Yeah, dude. I rolled
Damn.
2 5s and 2 2s. Sorry, dude.
Okay. Roll me a
All
D10.
Me?
Yep.
3.
Okay. You blew that shotgun right into its bicep and just completely destroys that arm. Just gone. It took a
Sweet.
wound. It's still up though. It
Nice
is going.
shooting text.
Let's see. I'm going to roll a straight 50% and see if that's the arm that was holding its gun.
Okay.
50 or lower. It was the gun hand.
Okay.
Hooray.
It was not the gun hand. I rolled an 80.
Oh.
And that the other arm is going to shoot randomly at one of you. 1 to 5 is Hubble. It is sharp.
It doesn't float into space when it's not holding onto the station.
That's true. Yeah. Okay. So it'll be floating in space.
Okay. Yeah, you still shoot, but maybe it's like floating
Yeah,
away.
It's going to go away from the station if it fires a weapon.
Yes. Correct. Where's my fucking shit here? All right. It hit you, Hubble.
Oh, I thought you said hit sharp. Okay.
Sharp. Sorry.
No.
It's going to be 4 points of damage.
Okay.
Oh, man.
That is going to puncture my vac suit again.
Yes.
Sucks up
and
3.
I only take 1 health, so I go down to 5.
Okay. And then you have 5 rounds before decompression.
Okay.
Don't forget to knock off ammo, both of you, every time you shoot.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Do I see any other androids waiting here?
No.
All right.
It might behoove both of you to use your projectiles to accelerate your travel. That's possible.
We're still in the airlock.
No, but when you
Yeah. I'm going to squeeze off another spurt at the android as it floats away. So it doesn't shoot back.
Okay.
So that's a 68, and I rolled a 37, and I shoot it for a very satisfying 13 points of damage.
Okay. You riddle it with
Mark off a bullet.
with some machine gun fire, and it firing itself, and then you further also firing into it. It's just like being blown back and back and back, like further into space. I would say now it's no longer close. It's probably at long range at this point, but it is still active.
Damn, Mike, you can't shoot at long range with the shotgun, can you?
No, I can. It's just not very effective. But John, I guess my thing is are there any other androids hiding around the airlock?
Ted just asked it. There is none.
I missed that. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
But I'm just going to duck under cover. I'm just going to duck into cover.
Okay. Do it.
All right. So then it will attack Hubble.
Yeah. Do I have cover at this point? I'm in the airlock still, really, and it's floating away. I don't know what the angle is. Do I have cover or not?
I'll give you a little cover, yeah, but it failed anyways.
Okay, great. All right, so he's floating off.
He is.
Mike's got a hole in his suit. He's got an arm. He's going to bleed out. I'm just going to close the airlock and forget about this guy.
Okay.
And we'll go get Mike another suit.
All right, this is the last available vac suit, I'm going to say.
Okay.
Ooh, 3 suit sharp. That's his new nickname.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's hope I don't need 4.
Turn goes by to do that vac suit.
Okay.
And attempt to do the same plan again.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Wait, should we give it another hour though, Ted? Or should we just
No.
You think
That guy's floating off. There were nobody else around. I say we get out of here.
Okay,
Sooner the
let's
better.
go. All right, let's go.
Okay, so you guys are pointing yourself downwards and you shoot off towards the loading dock. We're going to switch back to David, but I'm just going to leave it with what you see is a shit show. You see the massive damage done to the bottom of the deep as you approach it quickly. You also see that there are actually, this is an important thing because it's something that David wasn't able to pick up on because of the orientation that he's on in the loading dock. What you see as you approach is a pitched battle out in space, right around, like basically around the loading dock, preventing you from being able to access the loading dock with ease. All taking place in space, silently, of a battle between the mutated, forgotten androids and the security androids.
Oh my God!
All like tearing each other to shreds. Both with the forgotten androids more like manually with like their hands and pincers and mouths and all that kind of stuff, and the security androids also doing that when they're engaged that way, but also trying to keep their distance and fire upon them. There is blood, pseudo milk, and balls, little balls like all over the place. There's like a cloud of pseudo milk sort of everywhere, you know, and they're sort of moving through it, and it's a pretty gruesome scene. I should have said, David, too, that the spatter that you saw on the windshield wasn't red blood; it was pseudo milk.
Do we have any sense of who's winning that engagement?
Sure looks like the security androids are.
I figured.
Yeah, probably.
We need to go a different way, Dad. We're gonna make our way.
Yeah, I don't want to go there anymore.
No,
I think we kind of have to. We got to. If David's still alive, we're gonna have to pull him out of there. So why don't we switch to David?
That's a terrible idea. That is just a terrible idea. Let's wander into the middle of a pitched battle. We don't know if those other androids are on our side. They might just want to kill everybody.
Don't
They're
worry
not
about
on our
me.
side.
I'll be fine. Do what you need to do for y'all.
Okay.
Well, we're switching back, David.
Switching back to David.
You groggily sort of come out of your stupor, like, what the fuck just happened? Oh yeah, I fucked up royally.
Yeah, maybe. Well, I'm still in the cockpit. I still feel maybe naively a relative level of safety. I'm going to immediately, when I come to my senses, appraise via sound, if I can, if there's any sort of like beating and thumping, etc., on the ship near me.
No, there is not.
Okay. I gotta be honest. I kind of just want to. It's not exciting, but just hole up in here is the most sort of logical plan right now. So I think, though it may be anticlimactic, I'm going. We had a smart rifle, a shotgun, a revolver, 2 pulse rifles, and a scanner, right? And one of those smart rifles I took, or the smart rifle. So I think what I'm going to do is see if there's any like juice in the system still for the ship, comms and all. If it's still functional, I'm not going to try to fly it or anything like that, but I want to see if I can spend some time while I'm holed up in here locating the. I know it had 2 gauze rifles, laser rifles, whatever, like 2 weapons attached to it. I just want to find them, and that's it, right, for now.
You want to leave the ship and find them on the exterior?
No.
He wants to see if they're working.
I want to find the controls for them.
Oh, okay.
I want to spend a careful amount of time trying to kind of parse.
So here's the deal.
Yeah.
You wake up and you see that when you're trying to assess everything, you can tell that systems are down, but emergency power is working. Comms, the comms that you were using, by the way, this entire time have been your personal comms on your vac suit. Those are still working. Yeah. But ship comms seem to be down. Weapon systems down. Everything's basically down. The ship cannot fly. And you suspect that there is substantial exterior damage to the ship in multiple areas. But emergency power is working. So the ship is not dead, but it is heavily damaged and inoperable at this time.
Can I re-engage, John? Can I re-engage gravity within the cockpit?
No, you cannot.
Okay.
But you got your mag boots on. Definitely need your vac suit on. So that said, do you want to? Yeah, right. So yeah, you can't tell if the guns are operational or not. You're kind of blind right now, is what you are. Do you still want to remain aboard the ship?
Honestly, yeah, I think it's the safest choice for me. I know it's not very exciting, but I'm kind of camping out here as long as I can.
All right, I have an important development to relay, but I will do so after this break. We will be
Nice.
right back. Okay, back again. Bladder's empty, beer's full. All right, I promised you a new development. So, David is holding up in the ship, slowly getting depressed because it looks like the ship is not operational. It might be in a tough spot. Hubble and Sharp, you are also in a tough spot as you're looking at this battle going on in space below you. But you see, dwarfing in size, the scale of that battle in space there is something that in relative space seems to be coming around the bend of the deep, but is actually stationary while the deep is rotating. Can you guess what I'm talking about?
Well,
It's
The
that
ship?
It's that
The
section. That's that section of the ship that I told you was sparking.
Yep.
oh,
And as the deep is rotating, that thing is coming back around, right? Like it's, you know what I mean? Like you're kind of, you know,
so that thing is not an axle on which the rest of the ship is rotating?
and not no, it's not. Something
Oh.
happened with the crash that caused this thing to be wonky, and now it's stationary while the rest of the ship is still moving. However, friction is causing these sparks to sort of explode, but it's way out. That's way out of your sight. But now
Right.
the deep is rotating to a spot where that huge section of the ship is about to swing into view. You see what I'm saying?
Like moving towards us, like scraping us off the surface of the hull kind of thing?
Well, no, but it not scraping. No, because there's a distance between, you know, where, you know, so it won't do that because it's not
Okay,
scraping the
okay.
entire side. But there is a battle going on in space.
Right. Ted, let's turn around and go a different direction.
Yeah, fair. I mean, a quick survey, John, of the surrounding surface. Do any other, do we see a set of, you know, lights or something that would be like an indicator of another airlock somewhere?
No,
We can't see anything.
no. I mean, there's plenty of lights and stuff like that, but you have no way to determine fast if something is an airlock.
There's not some sort of standard set of indicators that a ship would use, like for, you know, someone who's on the surface and needs to get inside.
Not in your view, because there's just too many
Okay.
struts and blocks, and bump outs,
Right.
and all that sort of stuff. You know,
I say we head up towards reception because we know there's one there.
That's a long walk,
it's a
dude.
very long walk, hours. and
Like,
hours.
how long are we talking about? A mile?
Hours, multiple hours.
I think we got to brave the loading dock.
How much air do we have?
Not a lot, I don't think.
I'd say I don't know for sure when we last filled them,
My suit's new, so
but yeah, you're probably fine. I am probably not. John, if I'm surveying and looking around for airlocks, I'm not seeing them. Do I see a pathway to the loading dock that minimizes exposure to the battle? Like there's more struts that way, and I could hide behind lots of things if I went that direction versus that direction.
yeah, but none of it's perfectly safe. But what I'm trying to intimate here, though, is
Yeah.
that if you time things right, it's likely that that gigantic part of the deep will crash into the current battle going on.
Yeah.
And you could really minimize your chance of contacting droids.
well, I'm down
So
for that. Let's try
How
that.
about this then, Mike? We approach the loading dock with the maximum amount of cover until we find a good waiting spot. And then when the big thing passes overhead, we run for the loading dock as it.
Okay, sounds good.
Does that sound all right, John?
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
Let's do it.
Okay.
All right, so you just wait for the big part to sweep through.
Yeah, essentially. I mean, if I can time it, like, is it moving fast? Is this going to be here in half an hour or 6 hours?
No, it's going to be like a matter of minutes.
Okay, then I want to just get some cover and wait. Yeah.
Okay, so the stationary part sort of swings into view, right? You can see that the androids on both sides are very aware that this thing is about to do it, and those who are not like engaged in life and death struggle, like completely wrapped up with each other,
Right.
attempt to propel themselves away. Now, some of them are just sort of stuck in space. and they can't, and they're frantically trying to move out of the way. The security androids have a little bit of an easier time of it because they used Sharp's trick, which was to fire their guns to propel themselves in one direction or the other. But the vast majority of them are hit like bugs hitting a windshield going 70 miles an hour right down a highway. So it's just like just splutch like all over this section of the thing as the deep just continues to rotate around like uncaring, right? And the other ones are other forgotten and security androids are sort of scattered to the four winds in both directions. So it seems like, and then that huge section of the deep blocks out like all sight, right, of your intended place. But you have a feeling, just based upon where those guys scattered, that some of them may have made it to the loading dock, perhaps, but you don't know in what state they're in.
Okay.
But as the thing, so then. It's a little bit megalophobic, right? That huge section, again, like massive, top to bottom of the deep section, swings by you, and it's and it's not that close. It's probably like 50 to 100 feet out, right? But it's so big that it feels like it's just barely missing you as it just moves past you, and then the expanse of space opens up again, and you see that there are a few bodies sort of tilt whirling through space, but almost everything seems to have settled down at that point.
So let's follow in its wake, Ted. Let's just
absolutely
gun out, chase it.
Running ready with the weapon straight for the loading dock. And as we're running, I'm going to say to Sharp, boy, man, I'm really glad all that stealth training we took has really paid off here. No one would ever suspect we've even been on the deep. It's really, really been kind of amazing, don't you think?
Yeah, like a whisper.
Like a whisper, exactly. You got it.
Okay.
So when we come to the edge of the loading dock, we're going to look down in, weapons, mag locking along the edge, looking down in.
Sure.
Right? And if there's active security bots that see us, I guess we'll shoot them. But if they don't, then we'll have to assess whether we can get in or not.
Right. Okay. So the deal is that it still takes you quite a long time to spacewalk down there. If you're not,
I thought we were closer than that by the time that happened.
No, you're basically on like level 4 hell, and you're going down to level 6. Right. So it's like you still have to go down. Yeah.
Okay. I thought we'd gotten a lot closer. Okay, fine.
Yeah. So, but you're going as fast as you can, and you slowly make your way. I'm trying to think if I should make you roll for it.
I'll go slow if it means I don't have to roll.
Yeah, me too.
Well, I know Sharp's got 0G, so I'm thinking with Sharp helping and everything like that I think it's probably fine because there's not a lot of stress. I'll say it's okay. So you slowly spacewalk your way, just down to the loading dock, guns out. What you see first is you see some bodies on the loading dock. Actually, they're floating in space. Just right. You cannot tell their status. They are unmoving. Put it that way.
Okay. They
are sort of floating around. In addition, the next thing you sort of pick up is that you see the hulk of the Steve. It has scraped a huge section of the top opening of the loading bay dock. So there are pieces of scrap metal that are on the ground. Huge scrape mark along the entire top of the Steve, from nose all the way back to thrusters, has been shorn away, major damage. And then the whole thing is not nose first, but not like straight up and down, but just sort of like like the X-wing whenever it crashes into Dagobah, right? Like nose into the dock itself, and its nose is actually hidden a little bit inside the broken open remains of a shipping container, right? That is totally crumpled, and there is a long gouge track from the edge from halfway into the loading dock that leads to the base of the Steve. There are a couple of emergency lights on the exterior of the Steve. There are emergency lights all around in the loading dock, and you can see that there are still 4 now sealed containers that are undamaged. One was broken up. One was broken into a while back, and then it's the most recent one. So there are now 4 left, and you can see that there is movement coming battering against the sides of those shipping containers.
They can keep at it for all I care.
That is the deal.
Hubble to Steve. Hubble to the Steve. Over.
Comms are working.
Hello, Steve talking.
Hey there, David. How are you feeling?
Oh, I am just blessed.
Blessed.
Everything
That's a good
gone
place to be.
exactly how I thought it would go.
You love it when a plan comes together. Would you like some help getting out of that hunk of junk and into an airlock?
Yes, I'm happy to join you in the station proper, though I will say that it's very safe in here at the moment. So
you're nesting down there.
Come to me first, and then let's deliberate.
So from this position, John, is it relatively easy to get into the loading dock, or do we have to move around to a different spot? Like,
no, you get
the mag boots and 0G, right? We should just kind of walk in, right?
Yeah, you're good. You had the vector. You're good.
Yeah, okay. So, Mike, I say we go down and get him and help him to the airlock, and let's get onto the loading dock. Get back in the ship.
Yep,
or in the deep, rather. Okay, we'll do it.
Which airlock we're trying to go towards? The monitoring room. I guess that's the only.
Well, the airlock in the loading dock will take us back into the deep, and then from there we can make our way to the Aclor.
Yeah,
the sharp razor arm guy could still be loose on this level.
I was going to say, yeah, that's my big concern right now.
But my armor is waiting inside the airlock here. So
And John, we've established the loading bay is just exposed to space without any option for closing it, right? It is just okay, cool.
Mm-hmm. But there's the cargo elevator, though, a huge cargo elevator.
Yeah, I'm not opposed to cargo elevator or pursuing the junkyard, but in the meantime, I think you should come to me, guys.
Let's go
I have a bunch of weapons.
Cool.
And from there, we can sort of make our way over to the main corridors. Though I do not think we should move beyond the monitoring room, because I think
I think we go to Aclor and stay put for a little while.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Okay. So first things first, let's get David out of there. Okay.
Right. So,
and if that provides if that is not difficult, John, then we'll go to the airlock.
Okay. Yeah. So you just have to. You're eyeing suspiciously some of the bodies that are sort of floating around, but it doesn't seem to be any sort of immediate threat. There is, of course, the very scary shipping containers that are bulging at the seams, but you can get into the ship. The cannon is mounted on the underside of the Steve, so it is difficult to assess what the status of that cannon is. Just so you're aware, the ship looks jacked.
Okay.
Not like totaled. It's not totaled.
Yeah, of course. But it's fucked.
It requires repairs. We'll put it that way.
So our dreams of high space piracy are squashed.
We got means.
They've been delayed. We'll put it
delayed.
that way.
Excellent. I like it very much.
But I have a little goodie for both of you, scallywags, which is a couple pulse rifles.
I would happily take a pulse rifle
or a combat shotgun. I do not know that. That's on John.
What?
The ammunition.
You told me they had two pulse rifles. You told me there was one smart rifle, which I took, a combat shotgun, a revolver, two pulse rifles, and a scanner. We did not discuss the ammo scenario of those pulse rifles. I also have my own pulse rifle for what it's worth, guys. But yeah,
I would happily take a pulse rifle off of David, and especially if there's extra ammunition.
I will roll some ammunition.
Yeah, I got the smart rifle off that body that was hurtling through space.
There is 4 units of ammunition for every gun.
Nice.
All right, I will take 4 pulse rifle mags.
Oh wait, David might need some of those, right?
I have a smart rifle. I also have a pulse rifle with a couple mags. I believe it was shit. I didn't record it, but I think we bought in the Bell extra ammo, and I think I had 4 mags in my original.
Can I have two of the mags for the smart rifle?
No. I'm talking about the pulse rifle.
Yeah. Can I have two? John said there's 4 mags for each gun.
Yeah.
Oh, you're for each gun or each type of gun? Sorry, John.
For each gun, there's 4.
Okay. Never mind. So I have my 4 mags. Okay.
Yeah. As do I.
Okay.
So.
Okay. So
3d10.
you guys meet up with David again. David is not looking great, but you're impressed by the body count that is inside the hole that are also floating around. David buried the lead because but eventually I assume he shows you the cybernetics diagnostic scanner.
Yes.
How dare you assume that I would do that, John? That is my little baby.
Oh, fair enough. Sorry.
I'm kidding. Yeah, I will bring out the scanner and immediately use it on both of them. Come. You think I'm joking? I'm not joking. I'm not joking.
Totally believe you.
When you
Cockpit,
if I turn out to be an android, I'm going to be really shocked.
when you attempt to activate the scanner and point it at one of those two, an error comes out. It says,
what's the error? Does it specify?
It says something to the effect of living organism.
All right.
Sweet.
No.
Verified.
No, not verified. Like it says like living organism, as in this does not work except on corpses.
What kind of a stupid machine is that anyway?
He told us that before. That's why the troubleshooters kill everybody first.
I thought they were just making that shit up so they could kill people.
Well,
Mike
who
nailed
amongst
it.
us? Yeah. No. Okay.
Right.
Okay. Cool. So
we kill Mike. We test him, and then spark him with the plunger things.
I think Mike gave the A-OK for that one. That's what he was doing, like a thumbs up. I'm pretty sure.
It was a thumbs up.
For what it's worth, like I said, there are a lot of guns there: revolver, combat shotgun, 3 pulse rifles, etc., etc. We can just like toss them in a locker somewhere. But if you want, guys, any of those as a backup weapon, you should put it on your sheet.
I've got an SMG and a pulse rifle. I'm good.
I have a shotgun already and a smart rifle. So I think I'm actually okay. Like, I think I'm good.
Is there a difference between a combat shotgun and a regular? No, they must
combat shotgun is really good at close range. Smart rifle is really good at extreme range and not great at close range. And I assume pulse rifle is just kind of like the happy medium.
All right. Well, we can haul them around, but I think we should find a safe spot to hide. I'm down to go to the observation room. I will say that though we're introducing another like complication. I think the junk, what's it called? The garbage disposal area may be our best discreet resting place. I don't know how y'all feel.
Yeah, no, let's go. I think
I'm gonna find that map that.
So
here we go.
Actually, yeah. So let's look at the map real quick on Miro. I want to point out that so you guys are here, obviously.
Yep.
Right. So you can tell you've got your map, right? So you can also kind of look at this schematic and kind of assess the damage to the deep that was done by the missiles. So do you see 60E right here?
Yeah.
Okay. So 60E is the airlock chamber to the power sector. And the power sector is all of this below 60E. Okay. What you're looking at right here, is the very bottom of the deep, including, and this is very important, the main thrusters. Okay. Yeah.
Does that mean we're in a decaying orbit?
So this whole section here is basically slagged.
Yes.
Okay.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I'm going to pretend I didn't hear what Ted said, and I hope John didn't. Because we're doomed if that's the case, Ted.
I'm aware.
What's that?
I mean, it probably won't decay rapidly. Sometimes it can take years for these orbits, because we're pretty far out. We could be in we could be in a Lagrange point. We'd pretty much sit where we were, but
or we could go spitting out into space with no way to like maintain an orbit. We could just
like Darth Vader at the end of Star Wars.
Yeah,
just
John,
off into space.
When we observed the defense androids swarming out of the loading bay and other locations to do the things they do, Did any of the I don't want to call them a droid, drones from the maintenance room that we sort of discovered come out with them?
Freight droids.
No. Okay.
All right. So we're in the loading dock and we could go to the garbage heap.
I think we should
and avoid the control room. But to get out of the garbage heap, we end up in the toilets, which is not a substantial savings in time or distance off of going through the control room, really.
I agree, but I'm very nervous about that. I'm down to go to the control room to inspect the control room, but I do not want to go to the break room or any sort of adjacent.
You have to get to the elevator. You have to go through the break room.
You also have an elevator right here.
Yeah,
you just don't know where it goes.
Right.
And I would say that we know that we can, without assurance of safety, of course, rest in the deep, which is why I'm pushing for the garbage disposal, because it seems like there's a bunch of slagged and nebulous shit that we might camp out there relatively safely and camouflage, for lack of a better word. So in other words,
there.
What's that?
Or we get to the Acklor and camp out there.
Yeah.
I'd say a fast run to the elevator landing is really the way to go. Get off this level entirely.
Mike, you're the caller.
Yeah, I say let's go to the Acklor and see the Acklor and see what happens there. I don't really love the idea of hanging out in a sludge disposal. I think we're going to find something awful in there. So
very fair.
That's a good point.
Yeah. Mutant cockroaches or something.
Okay, so how are you doing this? Where are you going?
So airlock, change out of our vac suits, get our armor back on, go through the control room to the break room to the elevator.
Correct.
Okay, so you're changing. Is everyone changing out of vac suits right now?
Yes.
David?
Oh man, yeah, I'll get out of my vac suit.
We'll help him. He's got a broken collarbone.
That's going to take a turn. So, David, you were no longer wearing any armor. Is that correct?
It is.
And then the other guys, well, Ted's not also. So Hubble is also not wearing armor.
My armor was here.
Oh, it was in the loading dock. This is where
this
you did
is the last place I picked up a vac suit, and then if I was not wearing it under my vac suit, which I assumed I was, then it's apparently here.
Okay, you can do that. That's fine.
Well, actually, sorry. Guys, we have 5 bodies with exosuits in the ship. It would be a foolish thing not
to advanced combat armor.
Yes, not to drag them into the operations room, or at least 3 of them.
To be clear, that those it's very effective armor. It's very good armor, but it is instantly recognizable as troubleshooter armor.
Yeah. I don't think I want to be a troubleshooter right now. Good idea, though, David.
Well, I'm going to be a troubleshooter.
Okay, cool.
So I'm going to put that on. And if you guys get squirrely, I'll just say that I'm hunting you. I don't know.
Okay, when you don the exosuit, David, you you don it, and then you can see when you sort of insert yourself into it that it actually has an endoskeleton in it that becomes like your exoskeleton. So it's a little bit like power armor a little bit. So like you sort of insert your it's mostly in the arms, we'll put it that way. The arms and the back. In that it grants you advantage on strength checks. Which
would neutralize my penalty.
Yeah. Exactly, yeah. So it actually you're kind of normal right now. It also helps with targeting with using firearms and stuff like that. It like links to like a smart system sort of thing. So you're going to gain +10 to combat.
Let me write this down. Exosuit.
You gonna go get one now, Ted?
Well, I have a question, John. To what extent? I'm sorry, you finish what you're doing.
Yeah, it has an AP of 10 and a DR of 3.
So awesome!
It's like really good armor. Yeah.
What about this suit is instantly recognizable as troubleshooter? Is it just the color scheme?
And the aesthetic, everything about it.
Everything about it. So like spray painting it red wouldn't fool an android sort of thing, or would maybe?
You're not sure.
Yeah. Okay. Like it's not obviously only the colonial marine troubleshooters wear this armor. No one else would ever have a suit of it, or would I know that?
You've never seen this armor before. So it's
Okay.
some sort of special thing, and you're not really sure. But it's one of those things where you've heard enough people talk about the troubleshooters that you just I'm kind of giving it to you that like if you encounter anyone like a diver, for instance, like they're going to know they're going to peg you as a troubleshooter immediately.
Right. So painting it's not going to do the job.
Hey, John,
I would guess.
You could try.
No, it's fine.
John, I know that targeting is increased, but I'm trying to look up the stats.
AP10.
Is there any visual magnification like
no?
infrared?
I'm telling you what it is. So AP10, DR3, strength checks advantage, combat +10. That's what it gives you.
Yeah, I got all that. Yeah, perfect.
And
Headlamp
short
and body
range
cam?
comms, correct? Like it has the short range comms and the headlamp and all the rest of the stuff that's in the book.
Yeah, it doesn't technically have that written that down, but it would be weird if it didn't. Yeah.
But the advanced battle dress also has like an hour of oxygen, and these guys definitely did not have that, right?
Yeah, correct.
Where are you getting that from, Mike?
It's
book.
right in the book, dude. It says O2 1 hour.
Yeah,
Okay.
Oh my god.
on the illustration.
Doesn't matter. So,
yeah.
so David's got that on. What do you do?
Okay, well, David's now our meat shield. Go ahead, David.
We leave the airlock and we go into the control room is what we're doing.
Yes.
Okay.
And I'm ready to blow the hell out of any razor armed bastards that are waiting in here. I'm just going to fucking kill it.
Okay. So you go into so you go back into the control room. So there was like operator chairs here. There was the camera feed that looked out on the loading dock and allowed the control of the cargo lift and the auto tug. Right. Oh, the auto tug, by the way, is still there. The ship missed it.
Yay, that's
cool.
good to know. Yeah.
Should have mentioned that. I can't remember. I didn't write
Good
a
job,
note,
David.
but I can't remember if webbing was in here. If any, did we encounter the hunter here? I can't remember. I don't know. Whatever.
Not in the
I
loading
think
bay.
we did.
In the operations center, yes. The hunter chased us all the way to the bulkhead that led into the CRG room.
Okay, yeah. So there's still like webbing here, but it's like shredded, right? Probably some pseudo milk leaking and drying here as well. But you're not doing anything in here, right? You're going right to the door and moving along the corridor to the break room.
The control room is only for the control of the loading dock area, right?
That's correct. Yeah.
There's not going to be readouts as to the status of the station.
No.
Okay, fine. Then yes, go to the break room.
Okay, so you move through the corridor into the break room itself. The beige tile here, a couple of vending machines. You got your cigarette machine and a beer dispenser, but it's broken.
Mm-hmm. I'm lighting a cigarette and puffing it down real hard.
Yeah, remains of obviously the hunter passing through here as well.
Okay.
You light a cigarette.
Any movement in the vent that Hubble was originally found at?
No. Good question, but no. Did you want to go in there?
In the toilets, I just want to kind of like not open the toilet door and kind of like take a quick appraisal.
Right
from the door.
Don't mind me just making some totally harmless rolls. Toilets, everything seems okay. Smashed to pieces, of course, right?
Okay.
But the mirror is still there. That's got the who am I, who am I, who am I, who are you in blood. Mirror.
If I stand atop the like drop down into what eventually is the sewage area, do I hear anything?
You do not.
Okay. Cool. I'll exit the toilets.
All right, let's get out of here. Let's go to the elevator.
Yeah.
Okay. You cross that room and go to the elevator landing. Now, the elevator landing is the last place that you saw the hunter. You saw it actually in the elevator cabin itself, right?
Right.
So this room also has webbing in it, but it doesn't look like it's new. So it's all been shredded. You can walk through it. It's fine. This is also the last place where you saw Romanov Company retreat to. The door is still open to the elevator. Now, the elevator is coated with webs all through it, just like the way that you left it before. And again, I will remind you that there is a cocooned shape that has been stuck in webbing. And remember, this is all like metal wire webbing that is stuck in the like upper left-hand corner of the cabin, like, near the ceiling.
That was like
John,
4 days
sorry, go
ago
ahead.
that we first saw that, right?
It was a while, yeah.
John, prior to doing anything in here, I want to go ahead and like bust open that northern door and look into the I don't remember what the room was called, but the artifact observation room.
That's not on this level.
No, it is. It's right north there. I thought. Oh no, that was the whiteboards. You're right.
The meeting room. You're thinking the meeting room.
I'm thinking the meeting room. Yeah. Never mind. Okay.
Okay.
Well, boys.
What do you want to do about the elevator? It's full of webbing. Is there,
we're gonna die, and I'm gonna run.
Is there any chance of not touching the webbing? Like, I guess the webbing must be connected to something. Like, if the elevator moves, it's going to know it, right? Can we tell?
Yeah, it's definitely going to know. And it's like the cocoon is in the elevator, right?
It is, yeah.
Is it still possible for me to not this is useful for us now, but the compartment below the elevator that I jimmy rigged, is that something I can just sort of access easily, John, via some sort of finagling?
Not really. You'd have to get the elevator to rise up somehow.
I have to do the same thing again. Okay, cool.
We decided
if we sent the elevator up, wouldn't it break all the strings as it rose and then hopefully draw the hunter or wherever it's going, and then we summon it back down?
Yeah, maybe.
Here's what I'm gonna do.
It comes down with a hunter on the elevator, is what I'm worried about.
Oh,
here's what I'm going to do.
Hold on, question. The mag boots, we agreed that the mag boots really don't work without a vac suit?
Oh, they do.
They do, yeah. They work.
Oh, okay. So we've got them with us.
So,
Great.
a couple thoughts, guys. If we are confident that the Lady Boy is in the elevator shaft, then we also know that the electrical grid that he was protecting through the room of acid and all those things, the pustules that Ted fucked up, is vacant now. And that was a very potentially valuable space.
I'm guessing from this map that must have been the comm feed.
I mean, it's the electric grid. If we're looking at our map from the what you made, Ted.
We went through a shaft.
There's a duct we led to the pustule room, and then through the pustule room, there's a bulkhead to something, aka this guy, and he chased us. But if there's any opportunity to actually investigate what that is, now's the time. And so I would suggest that we try. I know we want to like get out and be safe, but now's the time, because the minute, for instance, I could use the harpoon gun that I have to like pull that body back and see who it is.
We don't know where it is though, because didn't we see it when I was not there?
No, we saw it go up.
Yeah, but that was days ago.
No, true.
Right.
But I suspect, though I am not certain, that would see intact trails of its webbing if it had come back down and gone elsewhere. So, John, I'm going to go look at that duct on the southerly wall of this room and see. I mean, I already know it's webbed because we established that, but it's webbed. Yeah.
It was, but I mean, you've gone in there before.
Yeah, we did. But is there a new matrix of webs, or is it still broken?
No.
Okay.
Broken.
So, guys, do we want to check that out real quick?
What are you trying to achieve, David?
Yeah.
Well, the short form is the minute we hit a web, we are triggering this thing coming to us. I am very down for that. But prior to doing that, I've realized only just now that we have an opportunity to investigate this area. Because the minute we engage with it, whether we live or not, there's a probability it'll go back. So if we want to check that out, where there was this like huge electric grid of question mark, right? Sparkly shit. Now's the time. And so I'm just saying, like, If ever a time there was, now is it. And so I think we should do it. And then we should go fuck with this guy,
Well, my concern is that we've got an artifact in the Ackler.
Yeah.
And we're missing any data that's coming out of that.
Sure.
And someone else could get that information and, whatever.
Totally.
And I would prefer to get to the Ackler as a priority to find out what our artifact is.
I agree, but we're probably going to die the minute we provoke this thing, or we're gonna take some level of damage that is severe.
Right.
So I'm just hedging right now on the most valuable thing that's near us, with presumably the lowest level of danger because we've already cleared it. I agree with you, Ted, but I'm just saying,
the map connects the electric grid to the laser control and access, and then to waste recycling. And I feel like, I think you're putting too much importance on the electric grid room.
We
want to sabotage the station.
Good instincts, but I also kind of want to get up to the ACK lore before we miss all the data for the artifact that we put in there. So why don't we just go ahead and, if it's 2-to-1 kind of thing, why don't we try my elevator trick? We could just shoot whatever's in the cocoon. We could just get in the elevator and go. I kind of don't want to get in the elevator with that cocoon.
Absolutely do not want to get in the elevator. It's a death trap. Yeah. It's a death trap. That thing will come in and kill us immediately.
So we need to bait it down to
this floor.
Can we push it down, go open the doors, and climb the shaft with the mag boots? Clang, 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 up to where we want to go.
The elevator doesn't go down.
The elevator. Until someone calls the elevator, right?
Yeah, there is a hatch at the top of the elevator, we know, because that's where the beast went.
Right.
And so we could enter and try to climb. But I genuinely think that it is a death trap to be in such a small space, whether it be the shaft or the elevator itself.
Well, why don't we try my idea then? First of all, I think we should, whatever's in that cocoon, if it's human, is dead because it's been in there for days, right?
Sure.
So let's shoot that thing with a shotgun and see if it's got babies in there or whatever. That's a whole different story, right? But let's just figure that out.
Jesus Christ.
Okay.
Well, I thought it was food. Babies. Oh my God.
And then send the elevator up the shaft. And if it's nesting in the shaft, then the elevator might just smush it.
Okay.
I'm fine with that, Mike. What I will say is, one, I have a harpoon gun, so we could kind of try to tether it with that rather than shotgunning it. Sure. Two, the minute we hit that thing, it will alarm. It will sound the alarms for that beast. So it's coming down the minute we hit anything in there, including its sort of cocoon.
I get that, and that's what I'm saying is I'm
fine for that, but
you can harpoon it, right? That's a great idea. And then while you're doing that, one of us hits the button to go to level 1.
Okay.
Or whatever the thing is. And then the door's shut, it goes up. We then call the elevator back. When it comes back down, maybe it's in there, maybe it's not, maybe it's been squished. We don't know. So, okay, we do that, John. So we're going to carry that out.
So,
David, do you want to shoot it with your harpoon gun?
We're at time. So what is the exact thing that you're doing right now, Mike?
I'm going to use the harpoon gun to attack the cocoon. With the idea that is a retractable object, right? Because it's tethered. And if I need to pull it, I can. It will also, I guess, electrocute the body if it's in there. But the idea is I'm gonna hit it and then pull and try to drag that cocoon out of the elevator.
Okay. So you fire you guys stand back. You fire the harpoon. It rockets into the steel webbing, and you can see that nothing quivers, but you can hear like a squelch as the harpoon enters into the cocoon. Blood starts to seep at the base of the cocoon, red blood, and then slowly starts to drip through the steel webbing, which is extremely tight. That's why it didn't just explode, and then just start to pool on the ground, just dripping on the ground.
All right.
Okay.
John,
can I retract it, John? Sorry. Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah.
Well, you can do the retracting thing, but while he's doing that, John, I'm going to go hit floor 1 in the elevator and then back up so that the elevator goes up the shaft.
Okay.
I'm pulling the cocoon prior to the elevator going up. For to be clear, I'm fish hooking it essentially.
Oh, okay. So you're trying to dislodge the cocoon now? with the harpoon.
I'm trying to pull the cocoon into the landing area. With
assuming that the harpoon is like hooked into the webbing.
Okay.
Like a harpoon is supposed to.
You know,
right?
Thankfully, you have your exosuit, so you have to make a strength check, please.
All right, no problem.
Which means you're doing it normal because you have the disadvantage from before.
I have a 34 strength. Not great, but let's try it. That is a 17, so a success.
Okay, cool. So, right. I should have mentioned too that when you guys found David, like his head's all like wonky because his collarbone shattered. But the exosuit basically straightens that. Doesn't solve it, but it gives you the strength. Anyways, so you guys are surprised and delighted and disturbed a little bit when Dave is just like yoink and pulls this very heavy cocoon, dragging it, and the elevator then is pressed by Sharp and goes up. There's a snap of webbing as the strands of webbing that were connecting it to the rest of the strands in the elevator are shorn when the elevator disappears up. And the cocoon is on the ground. You can see, we'll end it here, that there is what it looks to be a human arm is protruding out of the broken open cocoon. And in the hand of that arm, there appears to be a small device.
Hell yes.
Ooh.
It could be a grenade. Let's be careful.
I hope it's a grenade because that might help us later.
Not if the pin's out.
You want me to check it out?
Yeah, go ahead. I'd take cover behind David.
I'll move up, pulse rifle, ready, and investigate the cocoon.
Okay.
And in particular, the device in its hand.
Okay, so when you look at the device in its hand, it's a little bit streaked with blood, but it appears to be a floppy drive.
A drive, not a disk.
A disk, I'm sorry, floppy disk.
A floppy disk.
Is it an artifact?
It is an art. I told you I would telegraph it, right? It is an artifact.
Yep.
It is an artifact. Yes.
All right. I'm not currently carrying one. Who else is carrying one?
I'm not carrying one.
Tulsa has the marbles. All right, David, I'm going to hand this one to you because you pulled the cocoon down. You're carrying a floppy disk.
Okay.
Floppy.
Which I've heard is a problem for androids in particular.
And we'll cut the rest of the webbing, John, so we can see who this is. It's going to be our little redheaded friend again.
So it ends up that it's actually Zebra, who was one of the 3 members of Romanov Company.
Oh, yeah.
He's a demolitionist.
Does he have any explosives on him?
No, it's barely recognizable. I'm just kind of giving it to you. But realistically, you probably wouldn't even be able to tell. Half digested, crisscrossed, like something out of fucking hell, like something out of Hellraiser or something out of Clive Barker's imagination. Like it's just just crisscrossed with like wiring cuts like all over it.
Right, but he doesn't have any bombs in his pockets.
No, unfortunately not.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah, there's no useful gear except for the part that remained free from the artifact.
Okay.
Thankfully, so you got yourself an artifact. And looks like Romanov Company's down 1 person.
Nice.
At least.
You have yet to fill in the gap of knowledge of the catastrophe, how that it has affected the populace aboard the Deep. You also did not attempt to radio Arcady during this whole thing. I just want to point that out as well.
I don't want him to know what we did.
Yeah, I don't want to be blamed for this. Hey, did we hear the laser gun fire again?
You couldn't hear it at all, right? So, yeah. So
once we're inside the Deep, we don't hear it doing anything.
No, you do not. No.
Okay.
But you don't know if that's just because of you not being near it or what. You're not really sure. Okie dokie. We will leave it there. We'll see what they do next time. Thank you, everyone, for watching and or listening to 3D6 Down the Line, the most criminally underwatched actual play series on the internet. This has been episode 15 of Mothership Gradient Descent. Don't forget to do your solemn duty, which is to like and subscribe on YouTube. Make sure you hit the bell icon, get notifications every time we publish new material. We know for a fact, looking at our analytics, that a lot of you who watch our shows do not subscribe to your channel. Foolish of you. It costs you nothing. It does nothing to you. It only helps us. It's a win-win. So please do subscribe. It really does help. And if you have a few extra bucks, might want to hit us up with a Patreon subscription, because in addition to a couple of other small benefits, the big one is that you get access to our exclusive Patreon campaign for paid tier subscribers, our Return to Dolmenwood campaign. We are 7 episodes in and going strong, and there's just been some very significant developments in that you do not want to miss. So
baby,
consider supporting us that way as well. But thank you as always to all of our patrons right now, our explorers, our delvers, and especially our conquerors. And 2 special thanks, of course, go to David for doing all the artwork, graphics, animation for this stream, and for a friend of the channel, Hellrude, for composing the music, the intro music that opened up every episode of Mothership. Thank you, Hellrude. David has the distinct pleasure of reading out the Conqueror names tonight. Take it away, David.
Wish me luck.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, guys. Appreciate you as always. So, Conquerors, Gediminas Duagala, 3C272, Evan Leroy, Narrative Erection, Adam McKinney, Ioet, The Pendulous is Mightier Than the Swole. Jesus.
Pendulous, you're one of my favorites now. I just want to throw that out there, Pendulous.
So good. So good. All right. Stephen Green, Soul Slur, Ryan Gunter, Chris Harvey, Otto Poole, Bryn Neekleaver, Sorceress, Chris Mullen, DM, Cranbox, Oxian, Erica, Scott, Simone Canola, a Q Dog, Love Letters from the Locker, Marshall Rinnigan, Dogleaf, Mike Butts, Old Dirty Biggest Dickus, John Busick, Scott Fournier, Sophia Ping, Mark Dyson, Carl Stephenson, Necrotic Gnome, Derek B, Ted is my goat, Eric Manley, Todd Jeff Goat, Tyler Hackenberry, Christo Lute, Jeff, Julian, Archilocus, Jofo, Brutes Monkey, Joshua Owens, The Mighty Marson, Noah, Christopher Bishop, Banana Hammock, AJ, Mandatory Goat, Michael Sauer, Adam Lovelace, Desiree Marcel, Grizz Loves Games, Andy S., Dustin Reedy, Benjamin, King of Zoops, MP, Todd, Hexbrawler Jake, Steve, Jeff Marino, Twegman, Alan Barton, Robert Kirkland, Eric Tsunami MD, Samuel Dillon, Yesterday's Glory, Mike Small, Richard Barton, Christian Carter, Dungeon Maestro, Isaac 2D plus 25 DTL Spencer, James Boyle, Ted, the Teddington Teddy Bear, Chris Larcella, Jackson Bates, John Hooker, Mardrew, Zachary Hall, Saps. Now it's time for the Davids. Papa DM, Zach Shiflett, I don't pick faves, but it's John, 605. Ruben K, Darger, Procyon, Dakota Nielsen, Cam, Stephen Casenberry, John and Law Logan, the Kabrowskis, Bruiser, Magic Meat Machine, Phil, Nakanu, the Amused, Nick, Jeff, shit. I'm sorry, Jeff. Jeff Sumansky, Mando and Z, Boo Shareb, Jimbo WA, Ted Gast, Eric Lawson, Grunt, Andrew Shooker, Jason Jones, Michael Schilling, Stefano Di Maiolo, Ash Gabrielle, Chongus, those badass Hexbrawler twins, Arno, Iona, Micro Walker, Mother of Romulus, Han Dandler, Sean Ellis, Summon Toast, Too Rude to Ishvan, R. Cabral, Dungeon Hard Adam, Scott Yearsley, Mech Jack, Kick Maniac, Tom Eric Gerritsen, and the Matts, Matthew Mattis, Mads the Danish Matt Walsh, Matt Mason, Matt Koenig, and Matt Young. Thank you all very much.
Thanks, Conquerors. We really do appreciate it. Matt, even though he's absent, I'm sure somewhere felt that reading of the Matts and appreciate it.
It's greatest joy.
I barely got through that, guys. Sorry.
A valiant effort. We got through it. But yes, thank you to all of our supporters. We really do appreciate it. Everyone enjoyed their week, and we will see you next time. Take care.
Thanks, John.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks, John.